Hey y'all. Happy Hump Day. Hey see. Oh, Miss Jill's Comfort Zone. I'm so glad you're here. I had a question for you, love. Hey Yvette M. Hey Joyce. It's my girl. Hey Stephanie Horton. Hey Miss Dovey, how you doing? Hey Tanya McNeil. Lord Miss Dovey, I was listening to you yesterday and I said nobody can get over on Miss Dovey child because she got it down pat. Did I say Tanya if I didn't? Hey Tanya. Hey Grandma Bunny. My girl's in here today. Y'all please hit the like button. If anybody wants to be a hey unfiltered Murphy, if anybody wants to be a temporary mod, please feel free to do so. Please ask the people to hit the like button every now and then, if you will. I know Miss Jill, I'm coming, and please insert my cash app, if you will, and it's $ Oracle Speaks, capital O, capital S, but it's all one word. Hey, it's Sister 47, Miss O. VS won her case against Kiki yesterday. I didn't know they was in court. The Georgia ordered Kiki to pay VS 1K. Really? Wow, effective immediately with 6% daily interest if not paid in full. What was they in court for? She got her coin, child. Thank Murphy. Thank you. Hey, just read my book. Thank you unapologetically. Me. I'm so glad to see y'all, child. Hey, Serious Bayless, how you doing, girl? Child, let me tell y'all something. I've been trying to get on here since Monday, right? The Walmart incident. Oh, really? Oh, wow. I remember that. I remember that. Wow. Well, she didn't have no business stalking her son, and evidently, old girl proved it in court because that's just out of order. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't want nobody stalking my child either. Mm-mm. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? So that's just is what it is, child. Thank you, Miss Dovey. Please like the video, subscribe, and share, y'all. Look at my girls on here helping me out. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. But like I said, child, I was wanting to. Somebody asked me, I think the last time I was on, hey Cheryl, was Friday. Well, see, I'm glad there's one because Kiki playing. Yeah, I mean, you can't play with people's children. I don't care if I don't like your online persona or not, and everybody know I don't like that demons online persona. But when it comes to bothering people's children, especially special needs kids, I don't care if they're grown or not. Nobody have like. Why would you even do that? Like, are you okay? Child, But justice is mine, says the Lord. You know how they go. So anyway, which brings me back to I wanted to. Yeah, what did y'all think about the reason why I want to come on Monday is because somebody asked me if I was going to do commentary on the eclipse and stuff, you know. And so, child, life be happening, life be happening. You know what they say? What was the term? Life be lifing. And so anyway, I'm on here today, but I don't know if anybody saw the eclipse or not. And some people, some people saw it as a sign of judgment. Yeah, I'm trying to clean out my glasses. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Some people saw it as a sign of judgment. Um, Thank you, L. Edwards. And some people saw it as a Miss Jill, please don't leave. Just let me say this about the eclipse. Some people saw it as a sign of judgment. Some people saw it as a sign of rebirth. Some people, look for signs as to, whether we're in the end times or not. Child, even some people thinking, child, it was gonna be the end of the world. I was like, what? Child, you ain't have the glasses. I thought about it too. Like, yes, Stephanie, I understand that. But let me tell you what it say in the good book, child. What it say in the Bible. I don't know if anybody is, in here is a Christ follower. I'm not talking about a Christian. I'm talking about a Christ follower, meaning if you believe in the Most High Creator. And it says in the good book, and I agree with this. It says that if you are a Christ follower, you don't have to look out for signs. Because number one, he says that he's gonna come like a thief in the night. No one knows the day or the time, so you don't have to look for signs to get ready. If you are a Christ follower, I'm sorry you ain't feeling good, Joyce. If you are I know that's me too unapologetically. If you are a Christ follower, you always have to be ready. So you don't look for signs. You don't have to worry about looking for signs. You just that you just preparing to be ready whenever the time is. Because the sign ain't gonna show you when he coming. He just gonna come. And he says he's gonna come like the lion and not the lamb next time. That's the judgment, in my opinion. You know, and it also reminded me of a parable as far as being ready. You know what I mean? And but what I did was, I mean, cause it is a miraculous thing to see a total solar eclipse. You know what I mean? Because the last one had been over the United States, that type of eclipse, not in 2017. That was a blood moon. This one was a total solar eclipse, and last time we were able to view that was over 100 years ago, right? And so I thought that was awesome. That's why I think some people saw it as a sign. When it comes to America, and we don't have to see a sign when it comes to judgment when it comes to America, because we know that unless thank you. Oh, talk closely so I can finish this work call. So I wasn't close enough. Sorry about that. Thank you, Dovey. Please get the likes up, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. He's coming back to fight, to put the devil in his fight. I know that's right, Ultimate Muffy. So you don't have to, look for a sign like I was saying. You just have to be ready. You know what I mean? And what I mean by be ready is, I don't pay attention to religion and what people think religious rules are, because I am a Christ follower. I was born into sin. I'm gonna die in sin. But we know that we are saved by the grace. Uh, and we know that the Christ, Jesus the Christ, is the bridge, and because that, we just have to worry about being ready. But I praised him and I blessed him, because it is a wondrous thing, to whether we see it or not, to have a total solar eclipse. Because if that you and then one reason why he wasn't planning on coming nowhere is because the eclipse only lasted a few minutes, in its totality. In certain areas, in our areas, the whole thing I think it took a couple of hours, you know what I mean, in totality. And so with that, if the sun would have stayed blocked, this planet would freeze, and so we know that didn't happen. Hey, youngest, we need to be spiritually. That's right. We need to be spiritually ready. To be soldiers to help fight his spiritual war. I know, Muffin, you just pulled that up out my throat, right? And that is also what it means to be a Christ follower. We know that some of us are soldiers. What do you mean by die in sin? I just mean that when I say born in sin and die in sin, but we are saved by the grace of God. We are born in sin, because we are not celestial beings, in my opinion. And what I mean by die in sin, is because we are not celestial beings. Do you know what I mean? And so that's the only thing I mean by that, youngest. But we are saved by the grace of the Most High Creator, and for that reason, whether we die in sin or born in sin, we are still, if you are a Christ follower and believer, a true believer, in my opinion, you are saved by the grace. So, you know, we are blessed and we are saved. I think we should acknowledge that. You know what I mean? And so, you know, yeah. Well, unfiltered monthly, I don't think it means die without repentance. Now there are those that die without repentance. You're right about that. But well, girl, Shelby ain't gonna talk about that right now. It's another video. He also said it won't be no water. Right, no more water, but fire next time. Right, because he's coming back as a lion, not a lamb. He's not coming back to save. He's coming back to put the evil one where he's supposed to be. You know what I mean? And so, so yeah, you have to be ready and your house is in order. Amen. Amen. You think God is tired unapologetically? I heard that. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, yeah, I know about that. I just wanted your opinion. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I don't mind. I just wanted to say that about the eclipse, because, like I said, when it comes to rebirth, like I said, I want to praise him for his awesome wonder, all of his wonders, that beheld. And when it comes to oh Lord, I forgot what oh, for me it could be two, we know a thing can be two things at one time, right? We can see it as a judgment, but we can also see it as a rebirth, right? So for me, I chose to see it as a rebirth, right? A time to, because when you see something like that, some of us get really emotional, you know what I mean? And I think that's because we have a connection with the most high creator. And yes, must be ready. Oh, I think I read that already. Thank you, G. I know that's right. And so some of us get emotional. Um, and that is what I mean. What I mean by rebirth is a chance to reevaluate, when it comes to your own personal relationship with the Most High Creator. Like how in January we make those New Year's resolutions or whatever. And so I think some people get emotional because they begin to, feel their connection with the Most High, and it makes them want to, reevaluate, what it is to them to be ready, in my opinion. Because we know this world today, especially for these young people, I think that they are I think that when it comes to this social media, they are demoralized, they are desensitized to a lot of things, and a lot of them young and old people are easily led, so perhaps, if you watched it, you saw you want it made you want to reevaluate what you got going on. You know, I have a meeting at 1, so I will be back after then. Okay, okay. But Jill, I just had one question for you before you leave. Real quick, if you still here, Jill, why was they coming for you? That's what I wanted to know. That's the only question I had. Thank you, Muffy. Muffy, when it comes to my cash app, it is capital O and capital S. Everything else is lowercase, love. Thank you so much, Muffy. Do you know why they came? I don't know why, Miss O. Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, what is everybody coming at Jim comfort zone for? Because I thought it was that's the reason why I want to ask you that. I want to ask you. I wasn't sure, but it goes into my commentary. But anyway, yeah, I just want to mention that about the total eclipse, because somebody asked me was I gonna come back and talk about it, and I just want to say my little piece about it. You know what I mean? Total eclipse had me so emotional because God is so amazing. I absolutely agree, youngest. I guess it's because I don't watch them other people and I stopped. Oh, okay, Jill. I thought it was a bullying. I didn't know if you had said something about the incident over there at Treasure Lane or not, because in my opinion, a couple of people were being bullied and attempted to be bullied into silence. And so that is the title of my video. So that's why I was glad you dropped down. But have a good meeting. Thank you, Muffy. Perfect. Thank you, Muffy. And y'all, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Oh, and for that person that sent me some support as well as a note. I viewed it and thank you so much. It didn't matter how much you sent me. I feel humbled that you sent me something. Okay, and thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you listening and you the one that sent me that cash up along with that note, you don't have to explain why you sent me anything. I feel blessed that you sent me anything at all. Thank you so much. But I read your note and I was like, oh no. So yeah, Jesus will lead the executional angelic army against the wicked and this entire world system. Second Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 7, 8, 9. And not only is he gonna lead a angelic army. That some of us down here right on earth know that we are warriors for Christ. And that's part of being ready and knowing that knowing that your steps are ordered. So that's part of that, in my opinion. Because I would not be moved when it comes to the Most High Creator. I don't care what I say, or I don't care what nobody else say. I know what I know, because I have a personal relationship, but this ain't what this video is about, y'all. I have done nothing to them but stop supporting them. The fact that I spoke on the incident about James just brought the fake people who act as if they liked me out. Ain't that something? It's very enlightening, Jill. I agree, baby. The way that they were trying to protect him, I was like, wow, you don't even like y'all like it, but child is what it is. Sometimes women, especially black women, will defend. especially black men, because I think it's in our DNA. We, for so long, black women, have been taught to protect black men, and that goes all the way back to slavery. That's a part of our PTSD, our post-traumatic slave disorder, in my opinion. But you don't have to protect something that don't like you. Do you see what I'm saying? And so I'm so Houston. How you doing? A little bit. Do you know what the BBW is? No, but I heard of her. I heard she was I heard that lady was trying to attack Miss T Velocity for cause of her comments about James or something like that. Yeah. Said, sit down, brother. I'll fight for you. I'll take care of it or something. See, that's a perfect example. We're gonna talk about that too. So that's it, and that's all. I have done nothing to. I know you didn't do nothing to them, Miss Jill. You don't do nothing to nobody. None of them people speaking on me. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, no, you ain't done nothing to know. You ain't even just like that Miss T Velocity lady. I be in the clouds of her video. I have never dropped down on her channel because I can be problematic sometimes. And I like her commentary. I think she real about what she got to say and stuff. But I've never dropped down. But she's one of the few people that I listen to, and I don't even understand why they was trying to come. Even James came for her directly. In my opinion, I'm like, what? That's a part of trying to bully somebody in the silence. You don't want to be called a bully, but the whole time you acting like a bully, Child, man, these people really be listening to these folks about what I know, right, Max Boogie? Oh my God. Oh, girl, let me tell you something. What I saw yesterday, right, Max? I don't give a bloop. Who don't like? That's right. You have to be able to stand alone, honey. That's another reason why I like that Miss T Velocity, because she stand alone. Y'all know I stand alone. I ain't part of no clique. I don't follow no crowd. That's why they don't like me. Okay, I am not a sheep, honey. Okay, I will not be hurted anywhere. But as far as being them CCs and just stay secluded to, yeah, they do, Max. Yeah, they scared to go anywhere else. And if they in the clouds, they won't drop down, child, because they scared of consequences and repercussions, honey. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Miss T gives. Yes, I think she gives good commentary. And she tried not to be confrontational. Yeah, that's right. That's why I said, y'all know I'm confrontational. Okay. And I don't want to be a drama to her channel, but I like. I mean, I don't know if she like my commentary or not, but I like hers. I've never even had a conversation, with her, but I like her commentary. I know you stand alone, Miss Dovey, girl. I know. It's a few of us over here that stand alone, right? That's right. They be afraid of not being accepted and being accepted. And these people are older, right? A lot of them. Why would you care about being accepted on a social media app? What sense does that make? In my opinion. Child. Mm-mm. I answered that lady over there already. It's a one and done. I'm not going back and forth with no one to help them grow their channel. I know that's right, Jill. I know that's right. That's why everybody know I do my commentary channel. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But everybody got a right to their own opinion, just like I got a right to mine. Child, and I move it right along unless I want to say something. Most times, if I'm saying something, I'm being messy anyway. Okay. So it ain't never that deep for me, child. But I want to have a conversation about this book. What I felt was a form of a bullying tactic, that Treasure Lane was doing the other day, because he really did not appreciate people coming against him. He didn't appreciate that thrift store lady over there saying that people were calling her and they were afraid you know, to say something to him or do commentary out loud. So they called her and all this and all that. And we know that she was playing in his face, when she did that whole Jay Dunn uninterrupted interview. And we know that he did say something to her in the video, but he didn't give her as much as he could have given her. Cause me and Treasure Lane have been back and forth on. He done called me whores, and the boys over here, that some of them done called me homophobic and blah blah blah. Girl, I don't care. I don't care. You can't silence me. You can't bully me. I will bully you, but you can't bully me. Okay, because one thing I don't like is bullies, right? And so that's the reason for this conversation, y'all. Let's talk about it, right? So The reason why I did this video is I want to start off by saying that I put a poll on my community wall, right? And I don't know if you guys saw it. Let me pull it up because I found this very interesting. Sometimes you just gotta think about a thing. People be so busy picking sides. They fight for people more than they fight for themselves, and the stuff is just absolutely unnecessary when these dudes don't like you anyway, right? So here was the poll, and the poll was, good afternoon, soul sister. I do feel people are scared of getting dragged by. I don't know why. It's just words. It's only words. Okay, but some people, don't like words. So yeah, I do agree with him when he said no one should fear. I agree with him too when he said that. Why would you fear him? For what? You agree with him, but he don't mean that. What he mean is, fear me. Let me bully you. Let me clean you up into silence or whatever, right? You know what I mean? Fight for people that wouldn't even cross the street from there, right? You know what I mean, Max? Maybe what you say. But anyway, here was the thing I put up, right? The poll I put up. I said, riddle me this: who's winning the men's women empowerment movement? The reason why I said that, y'all, is because I want to spark a conversation. And I got a few comments under the video, you know what I mean? And we're going to talk about them. And but as far as that bullying into silence thing go, I thought that was real day class A. I felt like it was unnecessary. I felt like it was unnecessary to to come at he came at Miss T Velocity, and then a couple of people wanted to fight for her. I heard her saying on her video that people started saying she thinks she better than anybody else. And I'm like, what? But she got it right when she said, no, you think I'm better than you. Okay, because I'm just over here doing me. I'm just speaking my truth and doing my commentary the way that I know it. Right? And so I respect her for that. You know what I mean? And so, that's what you're supposed to do. If you can't stand alone, you don't need her. But this thing is new, that I need some protection and blah, blah, blah. It's ridiculous to me. I'm like, what? Really? Anyway, child, it ain't nothing but a whole bunch of pick me's and mammies around here anyway. People pick me in and mammy in and trying to say they doing business and try to say right, sure, and try to say the truth as she know it. You know what I mean? I may not agree with everything she say, but that is her opinion. She got her opinion. It's her channel and her opinion. Okay, and I respect that. Right? Let me read this by Constellation. I ain't never heard of you, Olivia. Did you hear the leaked GOP memo? They said GOP plans to use the trans issue to get blacks to vote for GOPs. Well, child, I ain't heard about that, and it don't even make no sense. Once they have enough votes, they'll restrict black studies, restore I guess Confederate statues. Let me tell you something about that let me tell you something about that. The issue that they're trying to use, in my opinion, is take Arizona for example. They have brought back they would roll back out to the 1800s when it came to abortion, right? They almost have a zero tolerance for abortions in the state of Arizona. I'm gonna put it that way. No matter if you've been raped, no matter raped, I mean, and no matter if you had a issue with family SANU, and it results in a pregnancy, they don't want to terminate anything like that. Even if you are dying and you need like say you got a baby in your tubes or something, you know what I mean? They don't even want to save your life. Okay, and that is ridiculous to me. And now Donald Trump, he was for the abortion ban, and now he's trying to walk it back a little bit because he need the votes. You know what I mean? And so he just talking out of both sides of his necks. He tried to get the black vote, but he assaulting black people at the same time. You know what I mean? And it's just ridiculous to me. The only person we should be better than is the person we was yesterday. I know that's right, Katana. And so the whole thing, as far as the GOP go, they this a whole bunch of weirdos. But my thing is, if you can restrict people's rights, say you starting with restricting women's rights to do what they choose about their own bodies, right? Whether you agree or disagree with abortion, it is your choice, right? It is your choice what you choose to do with your body. You know what I mean? And so, how dare the federal government try to, like it's some dystopian society or something. How dare the federal government try to tell a woman what to do with her body? But here's the thing. if they can tell a woman what to do with her body, do you know that slavery was never abolished? Do you see what I'm saying? Technically never abolished by the United States of America. What if they try to bring a form of that back? You know what I mean? Of course it'll be uproar, that will be civil war, because nobody's going to just go willingly towards something like that, right? But it's just the fact that when you saying back they're gonna bring back the Confederate statues and all of this and all that, what else are they really wanting to do? You know, and so you really have to think about it. That's why I had said a couple of weeks ago, maybe even a month ago, that when it comes to this election, the Democrats need us, the Republicans need us. We know that neither, and I'm talking about melanated people, but the thing is you have to go with the lesser evil, right? So they neither one of them are for us, but what is going to be in your best interest? And another thing that we melanated people have is when we vote somebody in, we don't hold them to their promises. And so this election, for me, it hinges on melanated people. Now they don't want to tell you that, but I'm gonna tell you that, you know. But you have to vote for who you think is gonna be in your best interest. Do you know what I mean? That's right. That's always what I do, unfiltered Muffy. I pay attention to what's not being said. So it's more telling what they're not saying. And either side refuses to say that, hey, we need the black vote. Because the Democrats know they just can't assume that they're going to get the black vote anymore, right? But because they know that and the Republicans need us too, why aren't we got a whole national black caucus up in Washington, right? Why aren't they advocating us? We elected them. What are they really doing? But that's part of our fault because we don't hold them accountable. So, yeah. Do you see that movie coming out called Civil War? I heard about it. I haven't seen is there a trailer, Trey? Because I want to watch the trailer, but I did hear about it. And honestly, if this country is thrown into a civil war, it'll really be, in my opinion, they want it to be about melanated against Anglo, but what it really will be is a class war, okay? Because really, these one percenters are really trying to hoodwink and bamboozle all of us, right? If they have done that, that is a staple for this country. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna try to find the trailer. That is a staple when it comes to this country race. Because it is a sin that this country has yet to atone for. I mean? Did y'all hear about that man getting pretty much executed, in my opinion, in Chicago during a traffic stop? Oh my God. They say one of the officers reloaded 3 times. It was like, was it 70, 60, 70 shots fired into the car? I was like, oh my God. And what will happen to these officers? More than likely, nothing. Nothing. They're gonna spend it. Nothing. Nothing. Still the same old thing. We even protested a couple of years prior to and during a little bit of the pandemic. Has anything changed? Nope. 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 Why? Because we don't demand it. That's the reason why. But melanated people need to also vote in their local and congressional elections. You're absolutely right. That's what I mean by the people who elect to the Black Caucus up there in Washington. Congress can make or break policies. You're absolutely right, Tabby Cat. But I just happen to be talking about the election because it's absolutely important because it's against Trump and Biden. We know that. You know what I mean? It's against Trump and Biden. Do we have time to elect people that are and demand them to work for our best interest when it comes to this election? Nope, we ain't got time. So you got to go for the lesser evil. But if you don't demand anything and get it in writing, it's not going to happen. They can say whatever they want to say. But we got a whole, like I said, black caucus up there that can get the paperwork signed, sealed, and delivered when it comes to our community. You know. Same thing happened with what's his name, Obama, right? People were so enamored because you had a guy that was president for 2 terms with brown skin. They were calling him the first black president. He is not ADOS. He is not descended from slavery. His daddy is from Kenya and his mama was Anglo. Why do you think they chose him to be president? And what do you think that was for? Do you see what I'm saying? You got to think about things, right? But black folks are so enamored with the fact that, he was a brown man and he liked rap music, you know. And so, yeah, they're trying to distract the younger voters with the TikTok ban, all of that. And then when it comes to young voters, they got a totally different take on this country because they're young, right? And so sometimes when you're young, you can be easily swayed one way or the other. You know what I mean? Because you have not, they don't even hardly teach history in schools anymore. And if they do, it's distorted. It's whitewashed. But you see all these older people, and we don't know, what they teach some of those Anglos, what they teach those children in their home. It's unfortunate, which is not peace and love, but in our homes, a lot we teach our children to be accepting, and be peaceful and be loving of everybody, right? I think that is a problem because what they teach their children in their home, we should be teaching our children in our home a different set of rules as well. Okay, what they call it kitchen table talk. But when it comes to my kitchen table talk, I keep it above. Period. You know. So, because I don't want none of mine to end up like that dude ended up in Chicago, been assassinated by all those gunshots. So anyway, y'all keep veering me off the subject. Let's get back to this. So the reason why I asked this question, right, is because I want to spark conversation, right? The question kind of silly, but if you think about it, that was the reason why I, you know, to be separatist. That is why I love. Well, I mean, true. We tried that. You see what I'm saying? But every time we tried that, it's shot down. Look at Black Wall Street. Those people was minding their business. The dollar circulated in their community, more than 19 times. Even through old Jim Crow, um, black people were technically doing better because they were supporting them, their own community because they didn't have a choice. Do you see what I'm saying? And but when it came to the civil rights movement, it was a double-edged sword, because we were and King was right to be fighting for our civil and human rights, but at the same time, Malcolm X was right as well. He was calling for separation, and he was calling for black people, especially black men, to stand up and fight for their own communities. And so I think that both were right, but unfortunately when it came to the civil rights movement, a lot of black people let go of their businesses. They moved out of their communities because what they always say, for some black folks, the white man's ice is colder. Do you see what I'm saying? So unfortunately, yeah, some black folks love shiny objects, baby. Love, they seen it as a come up while being disrespected the whole darn time. So they said, well, okay, we'll back off of them a little bit. We'll let them think that we've given them their civil and human rights, and we'll take their money. But the whole time, I'm gonna give them one or two things, but I'm gonna take 20 or 30 things away from them. Do you see what I'm saying? We're gonna slow walk them into destruction and disaster. And look at what has happened to our communities. But had we listened to Malcolm, perhaps our communities wouldn't be in such disarray right today. You know, I agree that is a problem. They teach their kids the world is at their fingertips. Some of ours teach that we have to mind our man. Yeah, I agree with that, Trey. I remember that man finally getting to sit in the white restaurant and eating, only to spit the food out because it was so nasty. Child, okay, knowing he need to go back, knowing he should have never left his community and ate at that soul food restaurant. Okay, so I feel you. So anyway, I really want to discuss. So the reason why I asked this is because I want to spark conversation, right? And so I got some very interesting. And the reason why they felt like, in my opinion, Bradley was winning the winning the women's empowerment movement because of the things that he came out and said on that video. He made it sound like he was for the women and all of this and all of that. But what he really was not so much for the women. He was against Treasure Lane. because they had they have a vendetta, a long-standing beef, right? And that beef is organic, and it's just gonna be what it's gonna be, right? But I said, and then when it came to James, he was just trying to bully people in a silence. He was very angry, to the point to where he went from bullying, you know, uh, uh, trying to bully the women platforms into silence. Some of them to he went on and he didn't appreciate being associated with the P word. He went from there to I seen a video when he did listen to a little bit of it to where he was talking about Big Man TV, and I think Honest Roll and Colin saying somebody, one of them had predatory behavior or something. And I was like, huh? And he was like, every time he see it, he gonna call it out. And I'm thinking, you just trying to take the jacket off of your back, but what you doing is putting it on even tighter. So, but I think you could tell he was really, really angry. You know what I mean? And he hides it. He tries to hide it, but some of us see right through it, right? But that's just my commentary, Chad. It's just my opinion. But anyway, let me get to some of these comments that I liked, and I took a screenshot of them. These were under this question right here, or either the other video. And so the first one that I liked was, is it this one right here? Let me move this out of the way so y'all can see the end of it, right? I like this comment right here. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to move this comment out the way. So this says, and I blocked out the person's name in case they didn't want me to put their name in it. Hey, Chlorio, but because this is just my commentary, this is not to get people against anybody or anything like that, right? Y'all please hit the like button. Says both of them care too much about being vindictive than about women. Absolutely, I agree with that. I agree with that. I see flaws on both sides. They keep trying to prove how better they are over the other, and it's annoying and old now. I thought SB was leaving the B sector. That's what he said. You know what I mean? I thought SB was leaving the B sector, and I was in support. I was in support of that too, right? But I see he's still being messy, right? I honestly think the reason why he said, y'all please hit the like button. Thank you, Clorel. I think the reason why he said that is simply because that stuff was going to go down about that lady's channel, and I still don't understand what that was about, but I ain't got nothing to do with that child. I was like, oh Lord, is we going there? Is it really that important? Seriously, taking this stuff too serious? But okay, girl, okay. But anyway, I agree with this comment right here. The next one that I agree with was, and because like I said, it wasn't so much about the women, it was about them. You see what I'm saying? Because of their vendetta, right? And so, yeah, but women are thinking, hey, he's really, black. No, no, honey, it ain't even about you for real. Is this the next one? This right here was deep right here for me, right? It says what and this was about what went on James' panel when it came to GFTV, which was I can't believe women took a side when it came to that video, because he should have put that dude down, but because he was enjoying the misogynoir coming out of ZX's mouth, he did not do that. He was kind of like a get back to you ladies. You know what I mean? And then he wrapped it up and tried to make it seem like it was Jay Dunn. It wasn't even about Jay Dunn. The reason why he put Jay Dunn down, in my opinion, is because they didn't want her to interrupt what GX was saying about black women. Okay? So anyway, that's why I love this. Is my number one comment, because I absolutely agree with this. And if I would have thought about this the other day, I would have spoke about it. But it says what GFTV was describing is called corrective rape, okay? I.e., raping lesbians to correct their sexuality. And it can also be used against straight women who choose not to have sex with men anymore. Usually straight women who identify as womanists or feminists. That is absolutely correct. I have heard of that because he kept saying they need to be corrected or something like that. They need to be something, he kept saying. Y'all had to listen to what he was saying. I forget that terminology he was using. But basically, if he didn't use the word corrected, That is what he meant by it, right? And how dare you, and how dare James let this fool get online, and advocate for something like this? And this comment is actually absolutely on point when it came to his whole diatribe up there. Do you see what I'm saying? It was absolutely unnecessary to me, and unfortunate that he allowed that. But like I said, he don't like James don't like when you come at him, right? Now I don't know who the hell he think he is, and he mentioned something about his ego or whatever, whatever, whatever. Some of these people over here got him put on a pedestal or something, like he can't be touched and all this and all that. No, honey, you can be touched. Okay, because like I said, we done been back and forth many a times, right? Because while he was trying to bully people into silence, he didn't say nothing about my video. Okay. And he can't say he didn't see it because I know he did, but he know that wasn't gonna work for me. Okay. Because he probably up in the clouds right now while you trying to put that jacket on everybody else because you mad about it. You know what I mean? Somebody even said in the comments it seemed like he losing his mind or something. And I would, folks get older and stuff start having to chat. I don't know if he got early onset Alzheimer's or something, because sometimes they be real mean, child. I don't know. Okay. You never heard of that before? I've heard of it before. It's just like they use all those crazy stuff in those Christian ministries when it comes to parents sending their used to. I don't even know if they still have those camps anymore. Parents used to send these. There's a documentary about it. I think H on Max or HBO Max, maybe one of them channels where they used to send their children. They were gay. They found out they identified as gay, and they were sending them to these corrective camps, right? Try to pray the gay away. But they was doing much more than praying. They was beating them and abusing them and just a whole lot of old stuff, like sleep deprivation and just like a whole lot of cruel things to these children, because they identified as gay, or the parents felt like, for whatever reason they was gay, so they would send these to them, these corrective, religious camps, right? It does sound demonic because it is demonic. You know what I mean? And so that is the type of thing that GX was talking about. And so this comment is absolutely on point. And for this to be allowed in this sector, not only in this sector, but on a channel that a man said he would never let this man come on his panel, for him to allow that, people are not seeing the bigger picture. In a bigger picture, he was angry. He get angry when people associate him with the P word. He get angry when people call him a bully. He get angry when people say they're scared of him. But how you gonna be mad if they say they're scared of you or they calling you a bully when you're doing the thing that they're afraid of or feel bullied by? Do you see what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. And so Google it, Vela, yeah, so you can, read more about it. I've heard of this nonsense right here, this abomination right here, this type of thing. And so, yeah, that was crazy, but I absolutely agree with this comment. And I thank the person that wrote it so much, for jotting it down, because she was absolutely on point. And that was the meaning behind the video. Because see, what a lot of women are not understand, you so busy caping for these people. Either you're a mammy or a pick me, or you have been, it's in you to protect the man. And we know a lot of that goes on over here, gay, straight, or indifferent. I mean, we see that even as recently as yesterday, we saw a mammy saying, this business, child, this business, go subscribe to this person's channel, because they only need a few more people to get to 1,000. That very same man is very disrespectful. And I was looking at her comments. She was like, no, some of them said was, no, I ain't gonna be able to do that because I don't like him or whatever, whatever, whatever. How dare you stir your people, which is predominantly women, on your channel because you're a mammy and a pick me, all rolled up in one, and put it under the banner of you doing business. Okay, and they're gonna follow you like sheep, even though they know the fool is disrespectful and ain't doing nothing but over here trying to get a piece of change. Okay? But you gonna sit over there and he got his 1,000 too, and direct them to that nonsense, direct them to that disrespect. But there are a lot of sheep over here, and like somebody earlier said, people will do anything to feel accepted or included, and that's unfortunate because that is your. And then why would you want to send your supporters to support somebody else? You know, well, he can't stand me either, Bella, honey. He really can't stand none of us. He can't even stand Fifi when he be talking about her. Child, that's just a whole cover. Hey, Tisa, that's just a whole cover, child. The misogynistic mentality that a lot of these guys have over here, it's just whether it don't matter if you're gay or not. If you got misogynistic ideals, you are still, that is still you. You are still misogynistic. And a lot of it comes at it don't matter if you're gay or not. A lot of men, most of them, all of them, have some sort of misogyny in them. It just is what it is, you know. And so, but it's up to the women whether they choose to, accept it or not. Just like it's up to me to speak on it. Everybody got a right to their own opinion. Everybody got a right to move the way they want to move. But I think it's unfortunate that it's like they got their panels trained to do what they want them to do. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate. I don't even think it have to be all of that. You know, why would you follow a mammy, a female incel to somebody's channel that's gonna disrespect you? You know, I had my share of being a windmiller. Shame on me, child. Never again. I grew up. God said no twice. I know that's right, Villa girl. I don't windmill for nobody. Mm-mm. 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 Nope. Mm-mm. But yeah, I found that very interesting yesterday. But they put it under the guise of I'm making money. This is business, y'all. I'm thinking, huh? Are you okay? Child. 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 And that person is gluttonous when it comes to the perceived power that they think they have. You know what I mean? And so it just is what it is, but it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that the people go for it. You know what I mean? Because we are all grown. You got a right to do what you want to do. So if you choose to be a follower, that's on you. I become so indifferent to all of this nonsense. Right. Once my eyes were open, it was over for me. I absolutely respect that, Tisa. You know what I mean? Because you're a sweetheart. And they straight up tried to take advantage of you because you're a sweetheart and you got a good heart. And so yeah, but people prey on people, male and female around here. Because they do know they know the game, they know the tricks of the trade, they know people want to feel included, you know what I mean? And people want to feel, I mean, it just goes to your mentality. And some of it is unfortunate because they can't separate, they don't feel included in their real life. They feel like they can come online and feel included. And that's unfortunate. Bella said, it's all fun and game until you really sit back and think about everything. Overall, I agree, but I enjoy me a little messy pettings. Absolutely, Bella. Absolutely. That's why I keep doing commentary over me too. And I don't apologize for it. Because I'm gonna say what I gotta say wherever it is that I want to say it. Okay. Because nobody will ever be able to call me a follower. That crazy weirdo demon over there, the other day, she was angry with me, girl, because I put, not only did I put her name in the video, the thrift store lady, but I also did commentary on it. So she wanted to say that, and when I first came back, you was you know, sucking on my eggplant emoji, and because I try to treat you like a human and say welcome back, because I want to think that you had changed, that you had learned your lessons. No, girl, no. But you can think what you want to think. You say what you want to say about me, but I know I'm thinking, oh, okay. It was messed up how she was put in jail, and maybe she done came back and learned something and be a different person. But nope, nope. You can't trust these. You got to be careful of these demons too. Okay. Raymond Witters has said, "Hey, Miss O, um, did you hear GX Bestie NBK? I don't even know who that is. Offered $500 to be her co-host for a week, and two of her female incels already gave her $300 so he only owed $200. No, I didn't hear about that, Raymond. Say what? Is she gonna do it? I mean, probably will. The stuff don't make no sense to me. I'm making, huh? But okay, girl, do you? It's their channel. If that's the way that they want to conduct business on their channel, then so be it. Everybody got a right to do what they want to do. You know what I mean? Members click the join. Oh, thank you, Vibrant Love. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. I be forgetting to say all of that, child. When I get to talking, y'all know I get to talking, right? I'm the I'm not an intentionally hurtful person. I know you're not. So I can't relate to that thinking. I know you're not, Tisa, honey. It's written all over your face that you ain't that kind of person. Joy said the anger I have right now from a name being put on what GX was doing infuriates me. A name being put on. Oh, Joyce, about the commentary right here. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I want to show this comment right here. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's told her to get her money. Child. I mean, you know how they move. You know what I mean? So, you know, you know. Mm-hmm. GX is a demon. And I know you was, Joyce. Says child, I got kicked out of that camp. Because I had timed out James C. By accident, on purpose. It was payback and worth it. Oops. I heard that, Bella. Child. But let's go on to the next comment, child. I've been on here almost an hour. I was gonna make it my business to come on here today, child. I sure was. Let me find the next one because there's another one that I liked. Did I talk about this one? Speak says, this one says, I think I got it all right here, but it says, Orca speaks, nope. This is all a game to get revenge on James for stepping away. Sean won't be satisfied until every single CC turns on James. I agree with that, but James doing that all by himself. Because if Sean want everybody to turn away from James, all he got to do is sit back and watch. Because James doing that all by himself, a little bit at a time, right? I think they both manipulate women. Absolutely, I agree with that. And use women to be their mouthpieces. They are similar in more ways than one. That is absolutely true. I think they both manipulate women and use women to be their mouthpieces. They are similar in more ways than one. I absolutely agree with that. And it ain't just them two either. But I absolutely agree with this comment as well. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, when I put that poll up, this is what I wanted. I wanted to spark a conversation. I wanted to know what some clear thinking people had to say about this whole thing, and that is why I worded that poll the way that I did. You see what I'm saying? And so it was worth it in my opinion, you know. And so yeah, but I think there's enough because I absolutely agree with this statement as well, just like the last one and the one before that. That's why I'm showing them, y'all. And then there was another one. Let me see if I can find it. Blah blah blah. I think this is the last one. Okay, now this was right here was very interesting to me. Hold on, let me get this off of here, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second. So this commenter said, posing the question in this fashion is an L for all women, right? So my reply was, I said exactly why I posed the question to make us think, right? But the commenter is right. If you are under this type of mentality, it is a L for all women, right? But I posed the question like that on purpose because I wanted to get us to think, right? Because some people are not go along, get alongers. Some people some of us can critically think about situations. Some of us don't deal with the disrespect or, don't, just because you don't say nothing about it, don't mean you're going to accept it. You just back away quietly and shut the door. Do you see what I'm saying? And some of us, some I come to find out some folks is flat out afraid to say something. So that is why I posed the question in the first place to make people think. That's why it was posed in the way that it was posed. And I'm glad that this commenter realized that. But what they didn't realize was the fact that I did it on purpose to garner conversation. And we got some really good conversation out of it by people that weren't afraid to drop down and comment on the situation. And I even got one or two comments that were for supporting James and picking a side, and and from women, that were willing to support what he did, you know. And so yeah, so that's the reason why I like this comment. It was oppositional, as well as it gave me the opportunity to say why I posed the question in the first place, if that makes sense. Cause of the couple of comments that I've showed you guys, that was the reason why. And so yeah, that was a good comment in my opinion. Absolutely. Yeah. Sean and James doing what a lot of black gay men and straight men do, instigate black women to fight their battle. You know what, Raymond? A lot of straight men do that too. A lot of straight men love when black women are fighting, in particular, because I'm talking about melanated people. They love when we fight one another. Like, say you fooling with a dude, and another woman fooling with a dude. Now, this man is what my grandma, this type of man, fooling a whole bunch of women, right? This man is a much right man. What my grandmama used to call a much right man. And a much right man simply means one woman has just as much right to him as the other woman. So why are you fighting about this man? If you got a problem with him cheating, why are you not fighting him? Why are you fighting each other? Why are you fighting over a much right man? So hetero men even do that. They instigate as well, you know. And so, yeah, James is a crybaby for real. Always whining like a sissy. Well, Vela, in my opinion, he wants to bully people into silence. And then he had the nerve to say, well, anytime I see P-word behavior, I'm going to speak on it. I'm thinking, okay, so you think you trying to shine a light on somebody else, alleged P activity, but you're really putting a jacket tighter on yourself. What you should do is leave it alone, but you're so offended by it that you can't let it go. You're angry. Okay. Oh wow, that's interesting. Look at film on her Raymond Reddington troll page. Y'all know I don't know these trolls. Hey Kimberly Black, for good and evil said, and then who they say for good and evil was? I even heard them say who you was for good and evil. I can't remember who they said you was, but yeah, that's who they said you was. Said, but Raymond Reddington is film noir, a Anglo woman blackfishing. Is that right? For good and evil, child. Well, I don't see no disrespect on her, child. Okay, but hey, I don't put nothing by a troll. But I heard them mention who they said you was too for good and evil. Y'all know I don't be knowing these. Oh, that's right, Viber Love. That's who they said for good and evil was, right? You're absolutely right. Bella 100, GFTV. Absolutely trash, and more than trash, Chlorio. He is deplorable. He's got a grapey energy around him, and this just, oh my goodness. That's why some folks was really, taken aback by him being on that panel. But he was on that panel for a reason, honey. He was on that panel because he was being allowed to go at us melanated women. Because Treasurer was angry, honey. He couldn't keep it in no more, and he wanted him to be the mouthpiece. That's why he wasn't kicked down like Jay Dunn. But then they want to spin it around and make it turn it into a Jay Dunn issue, which everybody knows Jay Dunn is ridiculous. Okay, she's not even allowed on my channel because it's just ugh. you know. But it wasn't for moreover, people don't critically think, especially women, some of them around here. Some do, some don't, but for those who don't, those just follow, you're gonna, take it down to its lowest common denominator. But child, honey, your opinion is your opinion. How do folks know who are behind Trump? I don't know, Chlorio. I don't. You know what I mean? GLTV is from the underworlds. He's a disgrace. I can't stand him. Child, somebody tried to carry me a bone in my comment section talking about he was over there. He done talking about me. Child, he done it before. And just like I didn't listen to him then, I wasn't listening to him now. I'm thinking they could have saved them some energy. You know what I mean? They wasted a couple seconds out of their life telling me that because child, please. Okay. For good and evil said line A. Child, what they lying about for good and evil good? The fact that James keeps coming back with these rebuttal videos, right, and still speaking on predatory behavior is so right because he can't let it go. He cannot let it go. Like I said, I'm gonna say it once again. Y'all got to be careful who y'all put up on these pedestals. For good and evil said, yes, please, y'all hit, if y'all don't mind, please hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate it. Every like counts. All support counts in any way. Any type of support counts. Even if you just hit the like button, it counts. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the membership button, hit the Cash App, Super Chat. Just hit a button. Okay. Thank y'all. Because they tell on themselves, Chlorio. For good and evil said, I am curious what you thought about this video thing with James and J Dumb. I was curious about what you thought about. Oh yeah, I did a video the other day about it for good and evil, and this is my follow up because I posed I put a poll on my wall about it, and I was just reviewing some of the responses. If you came in late, please be part of the replay game because I think it's good. You could just fast forward the first part about what I was talking about the eclipse, because I did get into this commentary right here. But first I want to speak on oh, thank you, Creole Butterfly. I'm sorry. I want to speak on this because I meant to speak about it the other day, but child, like I said at the beginning of the video, life be life, and so I had time today. So I always intended to review the question the poll that I put up on my community wall. That's why I put it up, so I can see what some women were thinking about it and do commentary on it. So that's why we're getting it, today. And Chlorio, if you pay close attention, which most don't, you can figure out a majority of the trolls and who they are. Really. Also being in more than one chat, wow, at time helps too. Being in more than one chat at a time vibrant. Child, I don't be knowing because I don't have time like in vibrant, I don't care, child. But it's always fascinating when somebody, drop down and say, well, this person is this person. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, wow, okay. Yeah. I've had people that don't like me under their name, but they'll come back in a troll under a troll name, and we'll get along just fine. We'll get along just fine because I don't know who they are unless somebody tell me. I'm like, child, are you kidding me? Child, done got blocked in my chat because you've been rude, but then came back acting right under a troll page. I'm sorry. Oh Lord. Whoo. For good. Chlorio said for good, I guess I don't pay enough to be either, Chlorio. Child. Chlorio said, okay, Vibrant. I wish you could tell me more because it's kind of it is fascinating. I don't have the attention span for all of that. Child. And then plus I don't go to a lot of channels anyway, so I would never get it. Chlorio, that was part of fun. Let me go back. Oh, I want to read that. I actually like some of the trolls. They play their part as well. For me, trolling has devolved because trolls used to be kind of fun, but now, honey, they do all kind of crazy stuff. I'd be like, oh my God, are they okay? Child. Thank you, Chlorio. Please like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Joy said, liked when the live started and just shared. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Vibrant love. I would get tickled knowing and watch it. Child. Woo, child. Yes, thanks, Joyce, for sharing the video. Absolutely. Hey, fake bonded, how you doing? Now, see, this is a troll, and this troll I don't know what fake bonded do everywhere else, but fake bonding is cool over here on my channel. Fake bonding be making a whole lot of sense. But I know fake bonding is a troll, but fake bonding don't come over here acting crazy. Fake bonding be having a lot of good things to say. So yeah. I think I just got a problem with some of the types of trolling that be done. You know what I mean? Not necessarily the fact that, and then some people may not feel comfortable if they don't come under troll page. Because we sent a good example of that the other day. When you got people saying they scared to speak on something James did and they didn't appreciate it, but they scared to speak on it. Well, maybe some people take on troll pages, so they can say what they feel. You know. So yeah, Viber Lewis said you're correct. Trolling is a skill, and there are only a handful that have the gift. I heard that, Viber girl. I just share my opinion. I don't do any. No, you don't do anything malicious. Not on my channel. No, you don't. So yeah. Creole said, at Clorio, can you ask Joyce to unblock me? I think I was blocked by mistake. Child, that happened to me. That used to happen to me all the time, Creole. You know what I mean? And I'll even do it sometime by mistake, but I try not to. As long as nobody's not in here acting crazy, I don't even worry about it because we are all adults. And I think that when you come to my chat, you have to act accordingly. So that's why I don't get the numbers that some people get because, child, I don't play them kind of stupid games. We are all adults. Okay. So James called me predator. What? James Fake Bonnie said James called me predatory because I was asking him question in Food Junkies chat about his hypocrisy. Did he really, Fake Bonnie? Wow, honey, he was off the rip. Now I didn't get a chance to listen to Food Junkie video, but I heard that he had James up there with him. But I honestly didn't get a chance to listen to it. I meant to, but I didn't get a chance. Like I said, life be life and child, life be life. Y'all know how they go. Oh wow, that's crazy. I have a troll page because I don't want negative content in my algorithm on my main page. I respect that. I respect that. Y'all know I got a whole other channel, and all I do is downloads because I don't need an extra. I really don't. Mm-mm. And I don't even click on anything beef sector related on my T Blog channel. I don't. Mm-mm. Only thing I want going down on my T Blog channel over there, which is I am very behind. I done missed a whole lot of tea, y'all. Well, I ain't missed it. I just ain't did no videos about it. But child, it's just so much. I might do a couple today. I don't know. I'm just hoping that every time Mother goes live and drops his link, GX won't be up there. Because I thought it was a one-time thing because he was proving a point to Brian. Well, yeah, we saw it happen twice, Gloria. I can't see that person at Creole, aka Libra. I see you. Joyce, can you unblock Creole? I can't see the fake bonnet person. I can see Creole. That's what Joyce said, y'all. I don't know what that's about, but who is the fake bonnet person? Maybe fake. Maybe she mean fake bonding. Okay, fake bonding for content and views. Isn't malicious, but they're somewhat biased, just a tiny bit. However, the remarks are generally thought provoking. I mean, everybody's got some type of bias. Like my commentary is my interpretation of the truth as I know it. You know what I mean? And sometimes it may be for somebody, sometimes it may be against them. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. I don't pick a side. As far as my if it go your way, it go your way. If it don't, it don't. It's just my thought process. You know what I mean? One day can go your way, the next day it won't go your way. And so at Creole, aka Libra, you can't be blocked because I can see you. Creole Butterfly Joyce can see you. Kimberly Black said that Creole, Joyce said she okay, y'all tell her Joyce can see her. I've dropped down twice at commentary by Joyce, and you couldn't see me, but I'll try again, smooches. That's a good idea, Chris. Sometimes YouTube be tripping. Sometimes StreamYard be tripping. Do you see what I'm saying? And so yeah, Robert Love, you think so? LOL. I try not to be biased because I don't consider myself a part of any CC's. I know that's right. That's what I mean. Bonding. Sometimes it might go for the CC or the whatever I'm talking about, and the next day it could go, against them. Sometimes I'm for, sometimes I'm against. You know what I mean? It's just all about my truth and my commentary. I don't follow behind nobody's, you know what I mean? Whatever. I stand alone over here. So yeah. Mm, and so yeah. That's just how I feel about it. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you agree, you agree. If you don't, you don't. I appreciate you listening and hopefully considering it. What it is that I have to say. I think see things as they are, rather than I like them or not. I agree with that, but let's say I see, whether I like you or not. I don't have no beef with you. It's just my commentary. You know. So far, really, I only been messy with one person, cause oh my god, it's just so irritating. Like, why? Mm-mm, But I can't be messy, honey. Everybody know I can, chat. But when I'm being serious about a thing, I'm being serious about it. That's why my commentary, I don't just have to do. I just don't have to be messy all the time. You know what I mean? We can talk about other things like this video. We talked about a couple of things today, and but I really wanted to at the end of the day, thank you guys that had so much thought provoking. You guys that commented on my poll question as well as my first video about the Kawa incident. I just want to say thank you so much, because those comments were very thought provoking, and very well thought out, and I appreciated the honesty. You know what I mean? And so, because you got so many people worried about being included, but the way that wrote what you wrote and the way that you wrote it, so yeah, that's, I appreciate that. Hmm Yep. Did you addressing you the other day? I may need to rep. Child, I don't care nothing about that thing. I don't care nothing about that thing. That thing got upset because I told the truth as I knew it about it. Child, I don't care. That is sure madness. If you need meds, I can't take you seriously. I can only do I can only do my commentary. Bonding. It ain't stopping no show. Child. I don't take that thing seriously. Okay, I am not impressed. I worried about Kimmy. Please get what's is something new going on with Kimmy Creole? Cause she was over here just the other day. Just the other day she was over here. I spoke with Kimmy this morning. She's doing all right. Oh, considering losing a very close family member. Now I knew about that. There's people that only see the fault in James. Most are blind to Sean because he's more entertaining. Well, I mean, both of them got faults. You know what I mean? And child, it is what it is, child. Don't really at the end of the day, in my opinion, they use the women around here as pawns. So it is what it is, child. But you are right. You are right, and vice versa as well. Fake bonding, vice versa as well. And so yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Equal opportunity. Child, I used to call myself a equal opportunity dreader. Yes, I did. I don't know if y'all remember that, child. Creole, everyone is wondering about her. I hope she's okay too, Miss O. Oh, Kimmy's channel is gone? Is that what you're saying, Chloe? Is it really? It's probably hidden. Maybe she don't want to be bothered. Is Kimmy's channel gone, Joyce? Y'all talking about Kimmy? Whose channel is gone? Hey, Joyce, my computer erased her Instagram. That you, Joyce, give her my love. Yes, absolutely, Joyce. If you talk to her, please give her my love and tell her that we are praying for her and sending her positive energy. Absolutely. I'm sure she put it on private, right? As she does on occasion. Okay, okay. The views and opinions expressed by the guest speakers don't necessarily reflect the views position of the host. All right, we ain't had no I ain't dropped the link today, child. But thank you, Chlorio. But you are absolutely right. I love when you put that in my chat. I love that. Yes, I agree with Chlorio. Yes, Kimmy channel gone. Oh, she probably got it on incognito. You know what I mean? Oh, she hit her channel because she's not in the mood to fight with people while agree. Absolutely, and I absolutely understand that, Joyce. Absolutely. Just like I said, please tell her that I, in particular, I'm sure a lot of people on here are sending prayers and positive energy her way. In her time of storm. Absolutely. hmm Cause y'all know when you're going through something like that, it's always darkest before the dawn. And when we miss people, We are really grieving for ourselves, and then we also know that they are gone to a better place, and so yeah, but we grieving because we gonna miss, the person, and it's very hard on you. Oh, I wasn't here in the beginning. I didn't know if you dropped it. Drop what, Clario? But yeah, y'all. I guess that's all I got to say, Chad. I guess that's all I got to say. I appreciate you guys listening to me. I know that this commentary right here was a little late in coming, even at the beginning of the video, as far as the eclipse goes. But I wanted to come on here and talk about it, and it was on me to talk about it, and Chad, I had to talk about it, and that's what I did. I hope that you guys don't mind. This would have been a great live to drop your link. I mean, I don't know if anybody does anybody want to hit the link, because I will if y'all want me to. Let me know if y'all want me to drop it or not. I mean, do we even have to bother? Just let me know. If you want to hit the link, let me know. I don't mind. Y'all know sometimes I just um go to doing my commentary and I forget to drop it. But I don't be meaning to, you know. hmm I'm behind. I haven't seen all of these videos. Okay, Glorio. But like I said, y'all let me know if you got something to say. I'd be more than happy to drop it so that you can come up and say what you got to say and whatnot. If not, child, y'all know I don't be worried about it, child. But anyway, I think I'll come up. Oh, you want to come up, Joyce? Okay, well, let me drop it for you, girl. Hold on. 1 second. I don't mind at all. Let me copy this link. Okay. I wish you would drop out of the bushes, Vibrant. I sure do. But I know Ness said Mother was on tour. I know he's mostly a cloud watcher. Yeah, he was on tour the other day. He sure was. I think the blackout method of GF needs to be not mentioning him nor letting. I agree with that, Bonda. See, I don't think about that food, but I can only control my panel chat. Y'all know how they go. Mm. There you go, Joyce. This guy, I can't see how nobody take that food seriously anyway, because it's just a bit much. Ugh, I can't imagine. Hey, Jill, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Jill, you can hit the link if you want to. I know you probably don't want to, but you're more than welcome. As Joyce got me. I see you, Joyce. Cut yourself out. There you go. I don't have to drop my whatchamacallit, child, because I see Joyce. Hey, Joyce.
Hey, Mrs. Olivia. I still don't feel well, but I did want to come up. I'm,
What's wrong with you first? What's wrong?
I haven't been able to. The girls are worrying me.
Mm-hmm.
They are not getting along, so it causes me to not be able to sleep at night.
Mm-hmm.
And I just gotta pray them through it. That's all. My kids are not when they're not happy with each other, it causes me problems.
Yeah, I understand.
So I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to pray them through. You know what I'm saying? Because I hate for them to be mad at each other. But it's sibling rivalry. It ain't nothing real bad, but I just don't like it.
Right, I understand. Hey, Jill, but you know what you got to do, child? Cause I got a whole bunch of female nieces in my family.
Mhm.
Uh, you just pray about it and leave it alone, and you
Yeah.
try to stay neutral. But they are adults and they are sisters, and I don't know if you got sisters or not,
I have
but
one sister
one
that I
sister.
don't get along with. So
That's
I
what I'm
kind of
saying. It's a sister. It's a sister thing. So even to this
yeah.
day, me and my sisters are real close. But
Mhm.
because we are so close, child, we get into it.
Yeah, and I know it's a I don't want to take sides, and so I'm kind of torn because I'm like, look, both of y'all have a valid point, but
Mm-hmm.
I can't do something to one because the other one is angry. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I
Mm-hmm.
have to walk a tight line with them right now.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
You
so,
either tell them to work it out and work it out now and work it out now, or you tell them you don't want to have nothing to do with it, or and you refuse or stay neutral in your commentary if you're gonna even comment on it, because I'm sure they both want you to pick their side. You know what I mean?
yes.
They want to have one up. That's why you stay neutral, child. And half of the time, if they ain't drawing blood like when they was kids, as long as they ain't drawing blood and going fisticuffs, well, they go fisticuffs a little bit, as long as they ain't hurting one another.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about it. They be all right. They be all
Well,
right.
I'm not
But it's
gonna
worse when
allow.
they're grown, though.
I'm not gonna allow fighting, but it
Right. I mean, they're
bothers
probably
me.
too old to do that anyway. Maybe or maybe not. Me and my sisters, we too old. But I'm just
Yeah.
meant when we was what went on when we was kids. But as adults, we ought to know to keep our hands to ourselves. Now I realize some people don't. You know.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
you
But
know.
I got that warrior spirit in me too, though, Miss Olivia. So
Right.
that's why I don't be wanting to argue with these people on here, because I just
Yeah.
be ready to fight. But a child, I
Yeah.
can't be fighting people. I gotta stay out and stay
Yeah.
free so I
Yeah.
can
You know
tend to
what?
these
Sure,
children.
boy.
But
Girl.
you know what made me so, it's not I'm angry that y'all put a name, or that person that put a name to what Blown Throats was doing. It is
Yes.
the fact
That
that it
corrective
is,
great. Is that the part you told me?
yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Do people, I don't, now I don't have a problem with James. I
Right.
actually like James. It's just that I understood what James said as far as they were fighting,
Hmm.
but as a woman,
Right.
as a woman, and it doesn't matter if you're in the community or not, just the
Right.
descriptiveness that he explained what he would do to her made me
Yes.
sick, and I don't
It just
understand
got
how.
really dark. I understand. I didn't mean to
Yeah,
cut you off, but it got really dark. It went beyond, being Jay Dunn being dropped.
yeah,
It even went beyond misogynoir. It got creepy and grapey and really graphic, and it was just a lot. And I
yeah.
think that some people are shocked that he let that go on his channel. Just in general, whether you like them or not. I mean, I don't have nothing against the man. I hit his panel. You know what I mean? And I
Mhm,
think I hit his panel, like, was that the same night or the day before? Whenever the town hall meeting was, I was up there for a few minutes. You know what I mean? I don't even, that might even been the same video before GX, hit the link up there, or it was a video
mhm.
after. But I can't even remember. But yeah, I mean, I was even shocked that he let that go on. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, it's the thing is, he didn't know what he was gonna say, so he couldn't, keep him from saying what he said.
Right. But
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 once,
after he started saying it, he should have
yeah,
dropped him like he dropped Jay Dunn. Cause
yeah,
he got
I agree with
descriptive.
that.
He got descriptive.
Yeah, it just, it hurt to. I felt, like I said, I told James I was triggered. I got triggered by him saying that because of my military sexual trauma. But
Right.
also, it's like, you can't tell other people what to do with their panels, and I understand that. I just stay away from that dude.
Right.
That's what I do.
I agree. Hey, Miss
I just,
Philadelphia. Mhm.
but for a name, there's a name to be put with what he did. Further angers me, because I'm like, they got a name, they have a label for what you were doing. You low down piece of ish.
Yes, absolutely. But I also think James was low down for what he allowed, and I know why. And in my opinion, I got an idea why he allowed it, but that's just my opinion. And
Mhm.
so so I just yeah, that was his get back and a lot of women in this sector, in my opinion. So that's why he really weaponized that fool over there. And then that fool that GX ain't nothing but an opportunist. And he'll
Mhm.
go as far as you allow him to go. You know what I mean? And so when he sensed it was cool with James, what he was saying, he kept going and he got really descriptive,
Yeah.
because he felt like, well,
And
okay,
I
I
was
got to
like,
tell him.
I was like, James, he doesn't like the community. He doesn't like James is but he's actually playing it so close to
Yeah.
not get outside of his body and do what he usually does.
Yes, because at the end of the day, he's an opportunist, and all them there's over 1,000 people over there, and at the end of the day, you know what I mean. He trying to be seen. Let me read this.
Okay.
Claudio says, I'm sick of straight men coming in this space and want to dominate the women and completely disregard the gay. I mean, I agree with you, Claudio. Absolutely. I agree, but certain content creators are allowing it. So, and but
Hmm.
like you said, but if the CCs don't care, they do what they want. It's their panels. Even when it comes to, like I'm doing my commentary on my panel because this is my panel, this is my channel. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And if James want to allow that, that's his right to do. That's his channel. If the women want to allow the men to come over here and do that on their channel, that's their channel. At the end of the day, you can't control somebody's channel, just like you can't control somebody's commentary,
Yeah.
on their channel, and so yeah, that's just how I feel about it. But if I see something that I want to comment on, I'm gonna comment on it. I mean, you
I'm
can't
going
bully
to
me
do
in
a
the comments or anything.
campaign. I'm going to
Uh,
be doing a campaign on this corrective grade. That's
ain't that
what I'm going to
something?
do. I'm
Yeah.
going to do a campaign on it because it's like I don't
Did
think
you take
I think
a screenshot of that comment?
no, but I'll go back and take a screenshot. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
and
I'm
then you can do some research on it on Google. You know what I
mhm.
mean? That'll be a good video. Absolutely.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because it's no use in me having a platform. My beauty stuff stays on my beauty platform, but
Mm-hmm.
my commentary by Joyce is not just for B sector, it's to talk about things as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny is I've seen people posting what commentary is,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what's on my trailer on my channel. It tickles me because I'm like, people don't respect me around here. Some do, but for those that don't, they are always in my bushes, and it tickles me because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
why are you hiding, you turd?
I don't understand that either, child. But the odd child, it don't matter, if they respect you or not. This is social
Oh yeah.
media. It don't even matter,
Cause
child.
I don't. I always say they ain't gonna whoop my arse, so I
Okay,
don't. I'm not worried
I'm
about
not
them.
worried about no virtual respect, child. I don't care.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. But I
I can
did
care
want to
less.
talk
I
to
don't
you
want these people for real.
when you were speaking about the election coming up and what's going on in government.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Olivia, I've been watching the city of Flint, Michigan for over a year,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the TikTok that started me watching the late great Eric Mays. But when I
Mm-hmm.
tell you the city council of the city of Flint, Michigan is so corrupt, and
Mm.
that people really need to get involved even at the lowest level of government so
Mm-hmm.
that they can
Mm-hmm.
see, then maybe they can navigate this presidential election. But
Mm.
these are black folks
Yes,
being corrupt.
absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, girl.
I
Child.
said when I mean they got 501c3s and they're up there making votes on resolutions to put money in their pockets
In their
and
own pockets,
fraud.
absolutely. Yeah.
What
But
happened to
check
the
it out though. Let
FBI
me
in
tell you
those
the trick.
states?
Let me tell you why they're allowed to do it, Joyce. As long as they're doing it to their own communities, that's cool. But you can't
Mm,
mess with them communities. They can't fool with them communities outside of their community. Do you see what I'm saying?
yeah,
They can try that stuff in their own melanated communities, but they know better than to go outside of them melanated communities and do that. See, that's
yeah.
the
It's
trick.
it's so that's sickening that you would do that
Yeah.
to your own folks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
can't. Let me see how I can say this without messing up your channel. I love black folks, but I can't stand ninjas.
Well, I mean, everybody know I am black first, but I don't have to agree with you if you are wrong. I don't
Yeah,
have to protect you if you're doing something or saying something that I feel is wrong. No matter if you're melanated or not. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going go to bat for you if you are wrong.
yeah. My
You know,
daddy used
the
to.
wrong is wrong and right don't wrong nobody.
My daddy used to he loved the ground I walk on, but he did not take up for my wrongdoing. If I was wrong,
Exactly.
he was
That's
gonna
how we say.
spotlight
Yep.
it, highlight it, and say, Gal, because that was my name for him. Gal,
Mm-hmm.
you wrong.
Yep.
And wrong is wrong, like you just said. But
Mm-hmm.
when I saw them and they were like, we got our money in one of those city council meetings, I was like, oh
Mm-hmm.
my God, y'all just they don't even care.
Don't even
They don't
care.
they just do it outright.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they're doing it to their own communities. You see what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
they wouldn't dare go over there and mess with those non-melanated communities like that. They wouldn't dare because they
Yeah,
know they
cause they'll
can't
be
get away with it. Because then you gotta understand, okay, we see them doing, like you say, making all these policy changes to benefit to pad their own
yes.
pockets. But what you gotta realize is another reason why that they're allowed to do it is because just like they're lining their pockets, and you can see them, they're up front, but the
Hmm.
pockets that are really being lined are the pockets of the peoples that you can't see.
Yeah.
You see what
Hmm.
I'm saying? It's always about the power behind the power.
And
So
then you
that's
got
why it's allowed.
they have the ethics and ability and accountability board up there, and
Yeah.
it's like none of that stuff is going forward to the ethics
Hmm.
board. And I'm like, I mean, y'all are just doing, y'all don't even care anymore. And I keep saying to Flint, Michigan people, I'm like, why don't y'all do something? And it's like they can't.
Yeah, I mean it's so corrupt. You would have to overhaul the whole, all of it from top to bottom. More than just Flint. You have to
Yeah.
deal with what's going on like in the state capital. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
like I said, just like those people, you're seeing those people, and it seems like they got the power to do that, but they really don't. It's who's got the power to do it is the people that is allowing it. You see what I'm saying? It's the people
Yeah.
behind it that we can't see, but they are
And
just figureheads,
but
because the people
then
that
they
I'm sorry,
have
go
the
ahead.
ability, the people actually, and I don't know why black folks don't know this. The
Mm-hmm.
people have the ability to recall people when they have gone rogue like this.
Yes, absolutely,
They have the
absolutely.
ability to recall those people in your, if people aren't, if your city council person is not doing what they need to do by
Mm-hmm.
your community, you
Mm-hmm.
have the ability to recall. And a lot of people think, well, our votes don't count. Yes, they do. That's why
Well,
they
that's.
make,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying it, people don't want to vote and they think their vote doesn't count, but why do you think they are always trying to suppress the black vote? They need to just stand up for their community, or either move or just sit there and let them do whatever they want to you.
That's
Uh-oh.
true. And after you vote them in, because we love a good speech or a good sermon or whatever, and these
Hmm.
people give you a good speech or a good sermon, you cast your vote and you go on about your business to the next election. You don't pay attention to what's going on in your local government. And part of the reason is we have to be accountable for that because we don't hold collectively, not individually, but collectively, we don't hold the people that elect accountable for what they say they're going
Yeah.
to do. You just vote them in and forget about it. You don't hold them accountable. You don't hold their feet to the fire. Do you see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so that's why all this stuff is able to be done, especially in our melanated communities. Even with this presidential election, people promising, all of this stuff.
Hmm.
Nobody up in the Black Caucus, which is elected locally, nobody's, holding their feet to the fire. So the elected officials that we elect to send to Washington that are in that Black Caucus, that gives them a pass not to hold their feet to the fire because
And
they're
where are
supposed to be up there
they, Miss
advocating for
Olivia?
us, and they're not.
Where are they? Because I haven't heard anything from a black caucus anywhere saying anything.
They never say anything. That's my whole point. That's my issue. Yeah.
Do you remember when they used to have once a year? I think it was the Black Caucus with Tavis Smiley. Do you remember when they used to have that?
Yeah. Yeah. They got rid of Tavis
Yeah,
in that.
but
with that Me Too stuff, they got rid of him, but that was by design. Because what they got rid of him with was really nothing. I can't remember what it was, but it was so petty to where that's
Hmm.
why I can't remember what it was. It was ridiculous. But yeah,
And
they
we
want to
haven't.
shut up Tavis. They want to shut him up on purpose.
Yeah, they
Absolutely.
did. They did.
Mhm.
But they haven't had those like community town hall meetings for the black community since
And they
that
don't
went
have those
away.
round table. You remember when they used to have those round table meetings? It used to be Tavis Family,
Mm-hmm.
Barnell West, a whole bunch of them.
Yes.
You
I
know,
used
and
to
what's
love
that guy?
that.
I love him. What's his name? He always talk. He puts things in the context of rap music. What is his name? I love him. He light skinned with the glasses. I can't think of his name right now, but I love him. He's a professor as well.
You mean
You know, and
Cornell or it was another one?
what was his name?
Cornell West?
Cornell West. No, no, Cornell West is the old man that looked like Abraham Lincoln or somebody. W.E.B. Du Bois. That's what we look like. Okay. I can't think of his name. Michael Eric Dyson.
Oh yeah, I remember him. I haven't heard
Yep.
from him in years.
Yeah, Michael Eric Dyson. Yeah, they muted all of them. They cut all of that out after Obama. Left
Hmm.
office. They were done with all of those roundtable meetings and all this and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, because Michael Eric Dyson broke things down to the. I mean, he had a radio show.
Michael Eric Dyson did.
Yeah, because I
I
used
know
to.
him.
Let me see. Let me pull him up real quick. Because
Levon said that Tavis dated a coworker, but it was completely consensual and above board. Is that what it was about, Levon? I knew it was something real petty.
let me see. I pulled up his picture and let me see. He was Michael Eric Dyson was he was a yeah, he had a radio show.
I
And I
didn't
don't know
know
what
that.
happened to it because I used to listen to him. And then this is when they were trying to vote when Obama was running, and I started listening to the white radio stations because I was like, I want to know why they hated this man so bad,
Yeah,
right?
because of
So
color king.
yeah, so I
Yeah.
started listening to he dead and gone now. What was that man name? He wasn't for black folks. What was that band name? We felt like he was a whole racist. He
Mm.
died of cancer.
Oh, you talking about used to be on YouTube?
He used to be
Oh, okay.
on radio.
Oh, I don't know. Ain't no telling, child. It was so many of them.
He was on there with Mark Levine. Man, I can't think of that old white man name. I mean, he used to talk ish all the time. Darn it. And he
Mm.
died of cancer years ago.
Oh, I don't even know.
I
Especially if
can't
he was.
think of his name, but I started listening to AM radio, listening to what they were talking about. And that's how I started getting into
Yeah,
politics because I was trying to figure out what in the world, why was they hating Obama so bad?
right.
But y'all don't remember Mark Levine? It's another one. I'm
But you
trying to
know
find.
what they can't say about Obama is he dotted all his I's and he crossed all his T's.
Oh
Because if he
yeah.
was swept out of order in any way, they would have been over on him right today. He would not been able to live it down right to this day. They had to make up stuff about Obama. Oh, he too weak to be the president. Oh, you talking about Rush Limbaugh? Right,
Yes,
you
thank you,
know, Rush
Corio.
Limbaugh. Yep,
Rush Limbaugh. I started listening to all of that because they were
Rush Limbaugh.
on AM radio, and I started
Mhm.
listening and gathering what it was that they were talking about.
Yeah,
Uh, I think a lot of it was that they were just afraid of how America was ran and it was changing.
right. I agree,
And
and they had to roll it back.
yes, they
People
wanted
was
it back.
people in general, middle of, not the 1%ers, us everyday people, we
Hmm.
were starting to realize that we had a voice, and they wanted to roll
Yes,
it back. And the number one way to roll it back is to divide and conquer. That's why you got the Donald Trumps right to this day, and the Fox
exactly.
News. Rush Limbaugh, his show was a precursor to what Fox News is today.
Yes,
You know, so he
Mm-hmm.
was a precursor to all of that. You
They
know,
said
Rush
somebody said
Limbaugh
Gil
and
Noble.
what's that man that's still getting sued for Sandy Hook? What's his name? The conspiracy theorist.
Alex Jones.
Yeah, Alex Jones. They were the precursors to what Fox News is today.
Yeah.
You know, in
But
my
you know,
opinion,
Alex Jones started out looking at the 1%, and then he flipped.
he flipped. He flipped.
He
Yes,
flipped. Yeah.
yeah. He started
That
talking a
money got
whole
to
bunch of
him.
nonsense.
He
Hmm.
flipped and that money got to him, and then I heard YouTube
Yep.
kicked him off.
But you know what got him? What got him dealt with was what he used to was the all those lies he was spewing about Sandy Hook. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when all those babies was killed in that school, and he
Yeah,
was
I
saying it
remember
was
that.
fake and all of this and all that. That's what got him tagged. That's what got him took down. But all that racist and all those stuff he was saying, all those other types of conspiracy theories, that ain't what got him dealt with. Was those Sandy Hook moms. I mean, cause you trying to tell people they didn't see what they saw?
Right.
I mean, are you serious? And people is
I,
actually following him and mimicking those lies. Like, why would
yeah.
you say such an atrocity like that didn't happen?
And
Well,
that
why
was
would you
like,
do that? You're trying to
wasn't
tell people they didn't see what
what
they
they
saw.
saw. Yeah. That was crazy. That's why I said he flipped and started just doing. The money had got to him. He was making a lot of money. And it's
It
like
made it so
every
bad.
time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's like
yeah.
every time the money starts, if you don't know how to act before you get money, when you do get it, it's gonna be the end of you.
Right. That money and that illusion of power.
Yes.
That money and that illusion of power. You know.
And so it works here in the B sector too, because
Yeah.
as you
Mhm.
can see, there are certain people that are not herd mentality, and
Mhm.
when you're not included in the herd, they
Mhm.
work against you.
Oh, absolutely. Let me see if this is Chloe right here. Hold on 1 second. Let me put my thing up here.
Kiva, I'm pulling up the people names you say actually, cause I done pulled up Gil Noble.
Is this you, Chlorio?
It is.
Okay. Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you, Mrs. O? Hey,
Hey,
Joyce. Hey,
hey.
I just wanted to come up and ask one quick question.
Mhm.
You guys had brought up Sandy Hook, and I was
Mhm.
reading the news yesterday
Mhm.
because let me just put this a little aside in here. When Trump was running for president and was president, the news was so about him that I decided that if I read the news, I could consume what I wanted to and leave the rest behind.
Mhm.
So I hadn't been watching the news on TV, but I read yesterday where those two parents of that kid that shot up the school and killed about four different students and maybe one of the teachers or whatever.
Yeah, the Crumleys. Mhm.
Right, they got 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think that if they start doing that, these parents would lock up their guns. They would closer attention to their mentally ill children, whether it just be depression or you see that they're being bullied. You don't just pass it off because you don't want to go to prison.
Mm. I
What do you
seen that.
think?
I seen them parents be get some time, and you
Well, and
know.
then the if I could just say this real fast, Joyce, but
Mhm.
I mean, the people were after them, especially because they tried to run and hide, which signified that they knew something because they did know something was going to happen. Because just like an hour or two before the boy shot up the school, was it the mom or the dad? One of them was at the school for a meeting
Right,
about some
Mhm.
drawings that the teacher had found for the kid.
right,
And the whole time he had the gun in the backpack, right? And
right.
so I just really feel like that when it comes to those people, they should have been given time because if they didn't have nothing going on in the background with that boy, I felt like they manipulated that boy into doing that for
You,
whatever reason. You know
you
what I mean? And so that's why they went on the run about it, in my opinion.
Okay, because I know, yeah. And they bought the boy the gun for Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
And
they
they
sure
were
did.
proud of buying him that gun. They had it on social media and everything. But
Yeah.
I did read that they had a parent teacher conference, or they had to
Yeah.
come in and meet with the principal. And they were
Mm-hmm.
like, we don't have time to deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
I have to get back to work. And
Yeah.
just very dismissive.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm,
um,
mm.
I just thought that was very interesting because I hadn't
Mm-hmm.
seen that because I do not watch the news on TV any longer.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to
Yeah.
interrupt. I just wanted to
Oh
get you.
no.
You think that once now that this precedent has been set, that they'll maybe consider doing this to other parents who, don't pay attention to their children and
No,
what's going on?
Well, I
I
think that
think
if they are complicit, now I think that some parents don't have no idea what's in their teenager's mind. It's just like some of these shootings. The teenager didn't get the gun from the house. It wasn't in the home. But now, if you don't have a gun in the home, and you don't know what your kid is thinking, just like I saw on the news, or was it yesterday, that this teenager had been indoctrinated into
a cult.
a terrorist organization. He was 16 years old, and that comes from looking at being on the internet and being a sheep. You know what I mean? His
Yeah.
parents didn't know about that. Um, and thank God he didn't get to pull off his plans and stuff like that. But I don't think they should have been arrested because of something he seen on the internet. You know what I mean? That they didn't
Yeah,
have nothing to do with.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, but
Well,
like,
they
oh,
just did legislation. They just did legislation. I want to say it was in Florida of taking internet and parents being responsible for children under a certain age.
Yeah, they're trying to monitor it now after all of this. Well, the reason why they're kind of doing it too, you even got to look at that. It's not even in the best interest of the child. The reason why they're doing it. Now, I
Yeah.
would agree with it if things hadn't gotten so far. But honey, kids are real smart technologically these days. Okay,
Hmm.
all they got to do is type in a fake birth date, and then they're
Right.
on these adult sites. Whether you're and then they know how to hide that. From some of these kids are more technologically advanced than the parents are. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I hate to say it, but the young people, and I ain't even talking about my nieces and I'm talking about my great nieces and nephews, the ones that are under 18. They are
Hmm.
more technologically advanced than I am.
Yeah.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh
Me
yeah.
or my husband.
Well,
And
Well,
so
when they start them out with these iPads and
yeah,
those types of things, when they start them to babysit them,
yeah.
they starting them at 2 and 3 just to shut them up.
yeah,
Well, they true too for some of them, but if you do it correctly, it's a wonderful learning tool. But you do have a lot of them that set them in front of them so they can make them be quiet and babysit them. You know what I mean? So
All
that's
day
true
long.
too.
That's all
You
they
know,
know. The parent, the little whatever it is, the iPads and stuff like that, are the parents
mhm.
raising them.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true
Well,
too. That's unfortunate. I don't agree with letting a kid, be involved with social media at 2 and 3 years old and baby and all of this and all that. I'm good with when they enter the kindergarten, honestly, because a lot of this stuff is on the computer even in the kindergarten. You know what I mean? And
mm-hmm,
so I'm good with it then, but before then I'm not good with it. But that's just my own personal way
yeah,
of thinking. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
Yeah.
so, but before then, there's no need, in my opinion.
mm-hmm.
This is just me, the way I think, but it has been good for my niece that's autistic,
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah,
and she has it played a large part in her, in my opinion, becoming verbal.
Yes,
You
I
know what I
I have a
mean?
friend that was like her son became verbal, and
Mm-hmm.
his mom just worked with him and worked with him. They were both PD up there in Frisco, in
Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm.
Frisco, Texas. They both PD, but
Mm-hmm.
their son autistic, and
Mm-hmm.
he's talking and everything, going to
Yeah.
school and everything.
Yeah.
They're not
The way
using it to
the way
raise
that
him though.
Yeah, we had the therapy, intensive therapy, but also when it comes to my niece that's autistic, nobody treated her any different. Nobody spoke to her any differently. Nobody tried to give her like try to dictate her movements. You know what I mean? We
Mhm.
gave her voice commands, and she would pay
Mhm.
attention to the other kids. She would pay attention to the dog that's protective. We out. The only time that dog come in the house is when my niece come over. Other than that, he don't want to fool with us like that for real. You know what I mean? Like he don't even like us for real, girl.
Yeah.
He don't like me for real. All right, we coexist. I done told y'all about that dog with my husband, right? So we coexist, okay? But yeah, we just did, just treated her, like the rest of the kids. She go to school. 3 days a week she goes to a special school, and 2 days a week she goes to public school because we
Mhm.
want to have her socialized and integrated because she is already integrated and socialized with normal kids that don't have any mental disabilities like the other kids in my family, and
Mhm.
so she does good with regular school because she's used to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so she's good with that. But there are some kids that are not. The parents separate them, and for me, that's not a good idea. You know what I mean? And so, but that's just the way I see it. I don't think these babies should be treated any differently. You know, and so yeah,
I agree. I agree with
yeah,
all that. I have
okay,
a
boy.
cousin.
Mm,
Um, I guess her daughter would be she's my first cousin. Her daughter would be my second cousin. She has an autistic son. And so she put him in some classes. He's nonverbal. He runs around. I don't know the technical terms, but he's just like on go from the moment he wakes up to the moment they can get him to lay down and go to sleep. And
Is
he's,
he medicated?
you know what, Mrs. Olivia, I do not know. All I know
Mm,
is they've tried one school, it didn't work. It's
mm,
not working, but they keep taking him there. He's
mm,
about 5 years old now. He's still in a
mm,
diaper. He still takes
mm,
the
mm,
bottle, and the whole family is just like,
mm,
looking at it, thinking it's awful. He should be doing. They
mm.
might be able to have him do more. We all feel like he should, even if it's a sippy cup. He should not be
Yeah.
on a bottle, and he should at least, because when things happen, he'll
At
take
5 years
diaper,
old?
he'll take the diaper off, and we're like, if he's taking off the diaper, he realizes he doesn't want that to
Yes.
body. But
Yeah, he can be potty
uh,
trained. At 5, but did you say he was 5?
yes, Mrs.
Oh
Olivia.
my god.
And I'm telling you, the rest of the family are like side eyeing it, but you can't, just like you can't tell people to run their platforms, you can't
Right.
tell them to run, how to, you know,
Yeah.
handle her child, because they both work
Mm-hmm.
full time, so they're both
Oh.
exhausted, and then
Mm.
she ended up having another baby, so now they have like she has a 6 month old, and
Mm.
and then the baby's father, they let him run and rip, and do, so it's like it's just her. And
Mm.
I don't know, but like I said, we're all side eyeing it. But
Mm.
can you say, but I know I'm not been around autistic children before, but I
Mm-hmm.
know I felt that some he should be doing more than that. But
Yeah.
then I thought, well, maybe not, because I don't know.
Mm. Well, there are so many services out there
Right.
that are provided for children with autism, but you
Mm-hmm.
just have to, look for those services. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if he's in any type of therapy or not.
He he
But
goes to this
therapy.
little he goes to this little school, and I'm not exact, but it's all day, but it's only like either 2 or 3 times a week.
Hmm.
And if I'm under, me and my
It's
sister were,
amazing that they're letting him to go to even that special school and he's not potty trained. That's amazing.
it is, and
What state do they live in?
I'd rather not say.
Oh, okay, I
You know
understand.
what I?
But
Yeah.
perhaps you can tell your relative to, since they're already going to a quote unquote special school, it's because it just sounds like daycare. Like honestly, But there are, like I said, there are a lot of services in every state,
Yeah.
that are willing to deal with autistic children. But you just kind of have to reach out. Maybe she could reach out to her local mental health center.
Yeah.
Every state has a like
With
a
the MHMR, something like that.
even if you have to call the Department of Children's Services or Child and Family Services, whatever you call it,
Mhm.
to ask them some questions when it comes to what kind of services there are for autistic children. There's
Mhm.
nothing wrong with that because they have all that type of information there, and they will be more than happy to provide it for you. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? And
Mhm.
they're not gonna come and try to take your kid away or anything. You don't even have to, tell them your name or anything. You
Right.
just asking about, you just asking to be led to those services because you might need some help with your autistic child. Because if that baby is 5 years old and still on a diaper, on a bottle, but he
Yeah.
can take his diaper off because
Yeah.
he don't want to be soiled, that
it-
means he could be potty trained. Now they
Right.
might not
Like
have
any.
time to do it because I understand that they got to work and make a living, but
Right.
there are places that can assist them with that.
Yeah, because that's what my sister and I were saying. That's any child that needs potty training. If they feel it on them, it's uncomfortable, and they start taking that diaper off. It's
That's when
time.
you start potty training.
So, but we just felt funny saying anything because we both didn't know if some children are just going to be nonverbal, because everybody says there's a spectrum. I don't know what the spectrum is. And so we were kind of hesitant to maybe look up some things for her and give them to her because we don't want to offend her. But that's family, you know what I mean? And we would rather, we just didn't know if she's been told that's what it's going to be. I, I because we're not familiar with it. So, but anyway, I didn't mean to go into all that, but you guys were talking about it,
Yeah. No, I
but
just I just hope she can find some help for the baby.
yeah.
You
Is
know.
there an instance where it is what it is by the time they're 5, if they're not verbal or anything, that's just
Mhm.
where they are on the spectrum, or
No, not necessarily. You
uh,
know, there are many ways to teach autistic children. How to move along with things of as far as speech and
yeah,
potty training. Which are really basic fundamentals.
yeah,
And it might take them a little longer.
yeah,
To catch on. But if you're patient, and you get the right type of training and assistance, it is possible.
yeah.
Now you have some autistic children that are so far down the spectrum that they literally cannot walk, or they or in a wheelchair to the point where they can't even move, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But if you have a child that is to the point where I'm assuming the child knows how to walk.
Oh, he runs wild. He's
Right,
everywhere
so
all
if
day
he's running well, then he could be taught. Do you see
long.
what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
And he taking that diaper off because he don't want to be soiled, because at 5 years old, somewhere in his mind, he know he ain't supposed to have that diaper on him.
Well, because my sister and I were saying, what? Because he already, punch. When they try to
Mhm.
get him to sit down to eat, because he doesn't.
Mhm.
They haven't taught him to try to feed himself or anything, and he'll
Mm.
punch. And so my sister and I were like, what is he gonna be like when he's 12 and the testosterone kicks in and he's
What?
punching? Are they gonna be sitting him down changing his diaper when he's 12? And
Well, see, that's what I don't even know if he's medicated or not.
I don't
There
need.
are certain medications that can help with that because
Mhm.
these babies have really, really bad sensory issues,
Okay.
and they don't like things out of order. They like things to go with the same ebb and flow because
Hmm.
they'll set them off, and you have to really be careful. But if he's punching and stuff like that, it's
Hmm.
because he's frustrated about something. You
Okay.
know,
Yeah, I
and
saw.
but there's therapy for that as well,
Hmm.
and so yeah, like my niece used to like to mess with the water. I don't know what it is about autistic kids and water,
I
but they love water,
did
you
mess with
know
the
and
toilet.
so even to this day we have to watch her around water. But when she's over my house, the dog watcher, you know what I mean? Because she flooded my bathroom a couple of nights,
I
you
remember
know.
that.
And but that dog starts standing in the house, and the dog will bark if she go to the water. You don't even have to do that now because she don't do it no more. And
Okay.
even outside, she's the dog watcher and the kids watcher, and
Mm-hmm.
if no grown persons around or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
they can be taught, and like I said, she's verbal now. But now, if a sensory issue is something out of place, or she gets agitated about something,
Mm-hmm.
that she will go nonverbal, and she will just start doing that screaming and stuff. And you kind of just have to let her be
Okay.
until she can calm down,
Okay.
in a quiet place, and she'll come back, and let you know, what she needs, and things it'll be just like nothing ever happened. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that is a part of that is one of her symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
And so we try to keep her as calm as possible, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
But she's always gonna be in therapy. And but as far as her being potty trained and off the bottle and stuff like that,
Yeah.
it was regular. You know what I mean? I don't. Mm,
I like I said, all the rest of all of us, the family, we're just like, should we say anything? Should we? Would she be offended if we got some information and gave it to her? Because I don't. We don't want her to feel like we're judging her or
mhm.
judging her motherhood or things like that. So I
Well,
think
I mean, I honestly, I'm not judging her either, but I feel like she could be doing more.
we do
You
too.
know what I mean? Like honestly, and maybe you can like find some information wherever it is that she lives, and let's like give it to her or mail it to her or something.
Yeah, I think
Just
that
mail it to her and don't put your name on it
right, and yeah, I think so.
if you
And
don't want any
I
trouble.
think
You know.
yeah, because I think her mother and I, first cousins, we grew up very close. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to talk to her because that's her
Mhm.
daughter and her grandchild, and talk to
Mhm.
her and maybe give her the information because she's frustrated too. But
Mhm.
you what can you do when you're not the actual parent?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
It,
I mean it's her choice at the end of the day. Her and
right,
her husband's choice, but I think that I would hate for her to be doing a disservice
right,
to her child, any child,
right.
whether
Yeah,
autistic or not. We got a lot of lazy parents out here that don't have autistic children.
yeah,
And it's nothing wrong. They just don't pay attention to them.
yeah. Because
And
she's
so
school.
that's just unfortunate.
Yeah,
It's just,
school.
and
She
I'm not
works all
saying she is
the
that
time.
type of person, but
Right.
I just am always under the thought that you should do whatever you can for your child,
Yeah, because she
as
always.
well as the children in your
I
family.
Yeah, because she goes to school. She goes to
Yeah.
school full time. She
And
works.
it's hard to raise an autistic child, and
Yeah,
you go to school full time, or you're working and going to school,
yeah,
and you're not having another child
yeah,
on top of that.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It's hard. It's not enough
yeah.
hours in the day, but like I said, there
Yeah.
are programs that can help her with that.
Yeah, because when she got told her she was pregnant again, nobody's. I think because she did it at a family function, and I think
Hmm.
when she didn't get all the accolades, you know how you usually, oh my God, oh, we were just looking
Hmm.
at her like, really, you what?
Mm.
And
Yeah.
so I think that hurt her feelings, but we were thinking, you really don't have time right now for another
Right.
child because he's anyway. I just thought
Yeah.
I didn't want to
The
take it
handful.
now,
Yeah.
but yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, thank you for having me. We will go
Hmm.
ahead and try to get something to her mom. So
Yeah,
maybe
like I said, give it to her mama. Mama might give it to her, and like I said, somebody can mail it to her, and don't put a return address on it if you want to do it like that. It's a lot of things you can do. You don't want to offend her. Okay, mail it to her.
you said don't put a return address on it. That
Don't put a return address on it.
That might be an option. Okay, then. Well, thank you
You
for.
won't have to argue.
Yeah, I talked Joyce off the panel. Okay. Well,
That's okay. I need to get off here anyway.
yeah. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Well, y'all, it is time for me to go. I done told y'all that I was supposed to be on here an hour. I done ended up 2 hours. Thank you for listening to me this long. We have talked about several subjects today, which is always a good thing. Y'all know start off one way, end up another way. I never know where it's gonna lead, but as long as informational, and with a little bit of petty mixed in there sometimes, I don't ever know where this chat is gonna take me. But thank you guys so much for listening to me. I'm gonna get off of here. Please hit that like. Thank you, Vibrant. Please hit that like button on your way out the door. Subscribe button, share button. It means so much to me. Thank you for all you guys that send me, a support, or show support, whichever way you choose to show it. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy this Hump Day Live. I didn't mean to stay on this long, but y'all know I've been trying to get on here all week, so that's okay. Because like I said, life be like it. If you came in late, please red ball back, be part of the replay game. I greatly appreciate that. Y'all be safe. I love y'all in the way that Christ loves you. And I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye bye. Peace.